Hello, and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. Last episode we worked on down here. We're still struggling to get people down to run our petroleum or oil refinery, but we finally got someone down to work on the metal refinery, which is, I think, a step in the right direction, because that means they've got enough people who are kind of almost going idle, that they're doing some of the fringe stuff. I think it comes down to having enough people running on all the wheels at once. We need to get better power. Yeah, like, are they gonna send anybody down? Yeah, like, I'm not seeing anybody. Of course, we are getting a bunch of people on work, so they might actually be heading down. I just hope I'm not gonna like start seeing people just doing laps. Like, this is pretty crazy. I think they ran it some. I don't think I can keep enough power in here at a time to run the petroleum or the oil refinery. I don't understand. I can't just get people down here to work on this. Like, you're idle, but what does it mean? What does it mean? Who's idle and why? I do love that this actually looks like it's basically full. Oh, it's probably not quite there. Yeah, and by the time it actually fills up, somebody's cycled out. That's cool. How are we doing on the rest of our water? Because it's these two guys running. That's keeping a decent temperature. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. Am I using water anywhere else? Just those two rooms, and most of it's running off of this. But you've still got this. Let's go ahead and dig this a little bit out. Kill that fish. And eventually we want to go in and dig out all the slime lung stuff, but that's an eventuality thing. Not gonna do it right away, but it shall get done. Okay, so it looks like we got everything. So you need oxygen and petroleum, so that might be a way off. Not only getting a bunch of petroleum, but getting it up there. I think if we use water, we can get stuff out of the oil reservoir. But for the most part, we're kind of limited to what we have here. Which we have quite a bit, but, you know, it's not like a crazy amount. Ooh. Yeah, it's getting... Oh, It's getting used a little bit. So you're getting some, you're getting some. Okay, I can dig it. I feel like it's high enough now that we're getting a lot of use out of it. Our steel's ticking up. How's that doing? We've still got 4 to go. Do we want some more gold? Should we just keep going with the steel? We've got tons of it stored up now from replacing all of this. Still got plenty of the refined carbon, and we could use to go add some lime up here. Oh, I didn't even move it out. By now, in one of my other bases, I've moved all of this stuff outside, which I thought was pretty smart because it reduces the, oops, 23 kilograms, not 100. Yeah, we definitely have more of this. And if anything, we can just go down and dig out more. We've got the exosuits for basically everybody. And, you know, as we get more people in, it won't necessarily mean that we need more suits. I mean, like, we won't, like, we will need more suits as we add more people, but I don't think it's going to be directly proportional. Like, we're adding more people on opposite shifts that, you know, aren't going to intersect as much. Let's see, we've got 2, we've got 3 on this one, which I think that's just fine. I think we have probably 2 or 3 more schedules, and then we will like have officially wrapped around. And once we have a 24-hour schedule going, we can just up the number on each shift. So that'll be awesome. Everybody will see more people more often. I feel like everybody's got a decent rotation now. I would like to eventually upgrade our living, you know, putting stuff in here, replace all this. Good, we got jobs mastered. Season miner, that'll be a good boost to dig speed. And we've got a decent number of people on everything else. Yeah, like once you get them through like the exosuit engineer, I think I've got a bunch here in the mechatronics engineer, just because like those are some stats that you just can't get away from, so you tend to have those stats really high. So it tends to be one of the things that you just get naturally trained in because, you know, you're so good at it anyways. Might as well give you a bonus to it. I think I might start like the ladder on the way up. Like do it in the base but backwards. Because the point of doing it with the ladder is to speed the upward. Yeah, but like watch these guys with the exosuit training. They're just amazing. I love it. Does he put it on the ground? I don't know. Nice. don't know how much that like adds speed, but as far as I know, it's quite a bit. I think it also gives like walk speed bonuses if we make floor tiles out of plastic. I can't remember what the thermal conductivity of plastic is, but it's pretty nice. One thing I'd like to get set up that we basically need to set up another power system for like these two, because like this is just ridiculous for glass. I think we can use diamond for things that we would use glass for, but like I haven't run into too terribly much that uses glass, so we're not going to worry about that too much just yet. Bum dum bum dum bum dum. Bum dum bum dum bum dum. Biddly dum 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 dum. Alright, how are we doing on consumable ore? We're down to 8 tons. Perhaps we need to find another location. Yeah, come over, dig this out. There we go. Like that. Good enough. And right now that's the only power that we have that's doing that. I might try and add, say, a like a power line behind the like I did over here. Yeah, where the power, the heavy watt wires behind the ladder. I don't think it gives too bad of a ouch, negative 660. I could definitely make this place a little bit happier. It's probably wearing on the stress of people in here a bit too. So what we'll do that's terrible. I feel sorry for these guys. Put that there. I don't think I can reach that. Put one over here. Yeah, let's put 2 over here. Hopefully we can reach those. But that'll give some people some work and hopefully make this area a little bit less horrendous to work in. And actually here, is this 3 tall? Yeah, so we can even throw in that. Perfect. It looks like these guys are eating, so that's good. We're still saving a bunch of carbon dioxide up. When are you active next? So you're active now every half of the cycle, basically. Okay. We'll keep an eye on it. Wait until it gets a little bit lower. You know, probably dipping into this area with the chlorine. We've still got to figure out some way to deal with that. Again, like setting up an auto bottler here and just splitting it all off. Maybe even setting up a, you know, a bunch of different storage tanks. I think that might be a good idea. I think I closed out on something important. Yeah, got a job. Seasoned miner. Yeah, like that's the hard thing. You get like these top tier jobs and they'll want to get like all the way to the top and then they'll go to the next one. It takes a while to get them onto everything, which does sometimes limit you on what you can get done in what time, because you'll just have, you know, one person being the only one who can do a certain job, just by virtue of, you know, me not getting to enough of them. I have so many different things. What's overheated? Okay, now that's fine. Resources, starvation. Yeah, I think we're fine. It just seems like a lot over there in the corner, giving me a bit of anxiety. Alright, let's build that. I don't want to deconstruct until I... Here, let's deconstruct that one. That way they can still get up, they just have to do that awkward like step up onto the top and then they can climb again. Which I don't mind them having to do awkward things. So we've got definitely enough power. Maybe we want to set up at least the return trip, actually. Ooh, that's a good question. Do we want to set up the return trip as the transit tube? And just have, like, runoff power? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe once we... I feel like once we, like, get to the point where we're just, like, sitting on a bunch of plastic and we want to turn it off, that's when we can do it. Like, get enough to set up the whole tube system all the way up here. How are we doing on steel? We're doing awesome. Let's go ahead and put in our next bunker door. I feel like that's actually the first progress on that in a long time. Dig that out. And the other thing that we needed to work on was a power system. Let's come in here and we're gonna do the window tile out of diamond and do solid layer across here. And let's see if we can dig all that out. And then we can come in and if any of that can get done, then we'll see what doesn't fall through. We might have to repair some stuff. But getting some power, getting some oxygen, and then getting it the line of sight. I think that'll be a good project for us to work on. I don't think we need to make that any wider. We'll just have to put the automation through. I think we got through all of our steel at the bottom. Kind of wish I could zoom out a little bit more. I think you have to use the screenshot tool to do it. Oh, yeah. It actually does give you 100 kilograms for 70 kilograms of iron, so that's cool. So I feel like we're actually moving forward now, rather than kind of laterally. I think that might have gotten used, actually. That's... Yeah, look, it looks like it's cycling through its... Yeah, it is actually... It was used recently. How about that? Oh, these guys aren't getting anything. Oh, you just need more slime. Okay, I can give you more slime. can even come in here and dig this top 2 layers off. Ooh, we're really cooking those guys up. That's awesome. Let's come in here and look at our food again. So we've got the pepper bread. It's actually to the point where we're struggling on the sleet wheat. Nice. We got a bunch in here. Let's cook all that up. Nicely done. That'll give people some happiness. I think we need to give like their main thoroughfares a facelift. But again, that's when we're like balling in gold. Their rooms are already, you know, nicely tiled out. We don't have to worry about them too much. Perhaps it would be nicer to get like a second oil refinery, but I feel like we need to build like a larger room, get better cooling in. We need to get in here. Oh, we have an anti-entropy thermonullifier. Alright, so what we're gonna do, having discovered that, which is the end of the episode is a wonderful time to start things that you want to do. Let's do that. Why not that? Stick across here. What temperature is things in here? Okay, so let's be really careful about what we dig out. It might give us trouble for a bit if we dig something out that's too hot. Sweet. Yeah, let's just dig through like that. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Sure. But what that'll do is give us something to cycle this out. We can build just a big insulated room and do a cooling loop for everything. That'll keep everything nice and cool. Yeah, especially this oil refinery. I think it takes the temperature of the crude oil. Yeah, it's definitely taken the temperature of the crude oil. That's alright. I love that they came and they dug that before they built the ladders that are going to help them get behind and do all the other junk. Alright, so we got that. So now we can come in. I think we can deconstruct that one. And continue this. Perfect. And the only problem with digging all this stuff out over here is that they will come through and bring like the polluted stuff through the base out the other side to be put in this algae distiller. So who knows if it's the best idea. We're doing great on algae though, with all of our incoming oxygen, keeping everything at, you know, a higher concentration. And it's funny, these little rooms have been running just steady enough to keep just a little bit of hydrogen flowing through. Keep all this kind of topped off, kind of running. I dig it. It does look like it gets a little bit of oxygen in, but I'm sure going to that, like the big oxygen room where we process everything and then split it up from there would solve that problem. Just put, I think I started setting it up over here, or basically you just put the gas pump at the top right here, and then wherever you want the bottom level for the hydrogen to be, you set up the hydrogen sensor, and if it senses hydrogen in that level, then it'll turn on the gas pump. Um, I did that. Um, I actually have shied away from the carbon skimmer. Um, really no reason for it other than, you know, you've got all this carbon dioxide that you're making. You might as well use it for your slicksters. But you know, that I don't feel like that's too big of an issue. Why is this getting broken and I'm missing it because it still seems to be filling up more? Yeah, do you like give off petroleum or something? I don't know if I understand. Perhaps we can. I mean, I know we dropped some when we opened up the pipes, but I didn't realize it would be that bad. Um, but that will be it for this episode. We've made this place a little bit easier to work in. Well, I mean, we brought up the decor by 200 points, so that's a step in the right direction. But oh, and we've moved in here. We'll start using this anti-entropy thermal nullifier. 3-on-1 map. That's so awesome. I'm so excited about that. Um, but thank you again for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, comment below if you have anything to say. I'd sure love to hear it. And thanks again for watching. Really, it's you guys that are, helping out, getting me closer to my goals. Sure means a lot. Here, let's get some deodorizers in here. It's a little gross. Thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.